Hi guys, Donna here with your weekend mini reading. I hope you all are doing well in these unprecedented times. I know that where I am in Indiana, the governor has put out the non-essential order like most states have. So now all we can do is, hunker down and really just try to be safe out there, wash our hands, think about when you're out and about what you're touching. Someone sent me a little blurb about putting gloves on before you touch the gas tank or any of the gas pumps. I had already thought about that because I had started doing that when I was in Washington State when I was with my mom. So all of these things, just be mindful, try to stay in the body, be mindful, think about what you're touching. Has someone else touched it? Use common sense, basically. Try not to panic because I think what is happening is everybody, gets caught up in the frenzy and the fear. And what we're trying to do is keep it calm, keep it level, at least level enough. There have been a lot of people, I know people who are affected by this virus. I'm sure you do too. All we can do is keep them in prayer. We can pray that they're healed, whole, and healthy now. If you have any requests and you would like me to say prayers and send Reiki, please don't hesitate to either put it in the comments below or go ahead and email me with the information that I have put in the comments, as well as you can click my link to my Facebook page, and that will give you access to me and the messenger. And I'd be more than happy to not only put them on my Reiki Radar, but also out to other people that I know that are trying to help in during this stressful time. Also, I have sessions available if you need to do it by Skype, by FaceTime, by phone, email, any way that you feel comfortable. I am available for that. Also, just send me a message and let's work something out. I know we're all in economic hardships, so don't let that stop you from at least getting an answer to a question or whatever. I'm more than happy to do a 10-minute complimentary consultation if that's what you need in order to talk you off the ledge. Whatever it is, whatever it takes in this time. I would just ask that maybe you share my video if that's something that you feel comfortable doing. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, you could do that, and then you could hit the notification bell. I'm working on a audio with some visuals for a meditation I came up with for helping negate and dissipate the virus, yes, but also the fear that has taken over people's lives. So just remember, it's a root chakra, right? It's a root chakra because it's our survival. And what we want to do is move up into our hearts, and we will get there. I believe in the resiliency of people, and I also believe that most people are kind-hearted and really want to help their fellow man. And if there are people around you that appear to be hoarding or they appear to be non-communicative, try not to judge, just love is the goal here. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use Oracle of the Fairies, as usual, by Karen Kay. I love this deck. I think it really gives us some great insight. And let's call in the archangels: Saint Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael. And the colors that go with them are blue for Saint Michael. I see green for Raphael because it's the healing angel. I see yellow for Uriel, that's my color for Uriel, and purple for Gabriel. So those are the colors that I tend to see when my archangels, the archangels are around me. But remember, archangels can be around you and me and your loved ones all at the same time. And right now, we need all the protection that we can get. All right, so we did have, we had two cards come out. This is going to make me cry. This is great. The first card that came out was Hope and New Beginnings. Okay? This says hope. Let's not lose hope. Let's not lose sight that we really get our rainbow at the end of this dark time, right? I think about the Bible, I think about the flood, I think about how Noah must have felt when they got on the ark and everybody else thought, oh, it'll be fine, and now it's not fine. And now we as humanity have had a chance to stop and do some introspection and to not lose hope. And if we know someone that we feel is hurting or has anxiety, you know, if you reach out to them, you could reach out to them, but you could also reach out to their higher and best self or their angels and send your guardian angel to their guardian angel to check on them, to send them love. If we can stay in the pink and the golden energies of the high heart of God and we can spread that, we will be able to at least contain the fear, which repels the lower energies, which is what viruses are. We don't want to give it a place to host because it can't live on its own, my understanding is, but it can if it gets into the host. So let's read about hope. Hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. And I think that's what you're seeing now. Everybody is trying to stay optimistic. They're trying to give everybody else hope. They're trying not to fall into that negative energies, that denser energies, you know? So sometimes we're the beacon, right? We're the beacon of light. Let's be that beacon of light. Let's be that beacon of love. The Fairy of Hope flies in to remind you to believe in hope, for it's the key to the door that can lead you away from your current predicament. No matter how hopeless things may seem, if you look deep inside your heart, your spiritual heart wisdom will reveal a glimmer of hope, and this can lead you to a brighter future. This fairy tells us always to stay full of hope because positive thoughts and beliefs can literally change your future. On this card, you can see a rainbow, a symbol of hope, and the dove of peace flying towards the fairy shows us that hope and peace often come together and that anything is possible. Sometimes we just need an extra boost, so the fairies fly in on the wings of the dove to let us know that they're with you while you're experiencing difficulties. Remaining hopeful while those around you are full of doubt and negativity can be extra challenging. But remember that hope comes from deep within our hearts and is an excellent habit to cultivate. Heart wisdom and hope will see you through whatever is going on for you and those around you right now. So have courage and trust. The Fairy of Hope walks hand in hand with peace and miracles. Wow. If that isn't a great message for this weekend, for us to have hope, to see that rainbow, to look up to the sky, to watch the birds that fly into our path, to watch for signs, right? Let's watch for signs of hope coming to us and to our entire planet. Now, the next card is New Beginnings. So New Beginnings says, this fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Well, I believe that this also not only reflects people who are now birthing actual, children, but also we're birthing new ideas, new ways of being, new ways to transform our lives so that when this is all said and done, we've changed. right? We've really changed how we look at things, what matters to us. We're given an opportunity to really sit in our heart center, to really be that beacon of hope, and to sit and say, okay, now how can I help? How can I best serve? And this is giving us all an opportunity to step up in whatever capacity we can for ourselves and for others. This fairy godmother is overjoyed to bring news of a birth. This could be the birth of a child or an idea. Either way, it's wonderful news, and there's an aura of happiness and celebration surrounding you right now or in the near future. Your precious dreams and wishes will soon attract a personal fairy godmother who will help them to gestate under her protection before they're delivered into the world. If this message doesn't apply directly to you, then someone close to you may be about to reveal that a child will soon be born, or that an idea is soon to be released into the world. All births are cause for celebration, so it could be down to you to mark this momentous occasion and host a special party or gathering to honor the new arrival. The birth of a baby or an idea often comes with a feeling of pride and love, and it's totally fine to feel proud of your own or someone else's achievements. After all, it takes a lot of super hard work to get to this birthing stage. This type of pride is healthy. It's a healthy feeling. This type of pride is a healthy feeling. It's pride from a pure heart and not from the ego. This card also serves as a message that you can be your own fairy godmother. Imagine if you had the power to make your own dreams and wishes come true, like Glinda, the Good Witch of the South, explains to Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she says, "You had the power all along, my dear." So I really think that this is saying to us, right now is a time of creativity. It's a time of thinking out of the box. It's a time for people to stop doing what they're doing, stop a minute, think about it, and see how they can be creative. Who can they align with? Who can they online? Who can you gather in a group? How can we all connect to each other? Because the new beginnings are coming. We will get our rainbow. We will get through this in whatever way we can, right? We will. And what we have to do is we have to know that new beginnings are coming. Be that fairy godmother for yourself. Again, whenever that card comes up, I think, wow, I really need to do a workshop on that. I need to do something. Maybe I'll do a Facebook Live. Maybe I'll think of a meditation that we can all do where we can get in touch with that fairy godmother within ourselves. Because it's there. It's us. It's us. It's in our heart. It's our connection to whatever divine you believe in, right? The angels, the fairies, fairy godmothers, whatever. Who makes you smile? Who made you feel like you were loved? Your family is sometimes challenging, right? And there are people in our family, like for me, it was my grandmother. She made me feel loved and supported. And yet, she passed away when I was 22 and buried on my 22nd birthday. That's a really hard thing to go through. However, it's also a joyous time because it's like a perpetual birthday present to me. Every year, I know she's with me in that particular time, in that particular space. I feel her presence. I feel her presence usually always, but on that time, that day, she's right with me. I feel her in my heart. And I know that she will be here now to help us, to help me through this hard time. Some of us are separated from our families. Like I'm separated from my daughter. And, some of us are living with other people, luckily. Some of us are alone. But whatever it is you all are going through, know that I am here for you. This is part of what I do in my work. And anyone who has had the pleasure of either working with me or knowing me knows that I am your biggest cheerleader. And God has been good to me. And I pray for all of you, even no matter when you see this, No, you're always on my Reiki radar. I say that and I mean that. I have a long prayer list and I go through and people come into my mind and I think, wow, they must need some extra prayer. Let me send an angel to them. I'm notorious for being known to send 500,000 angels to people. And they're like, oh no, that's way too much. But my personal belief is that they're created when God loves. And since He perpetually loves, there's perpetual amounts of angels. You know, that's how I work. But if you don't reach out to me, please reach out to someone. Don't get in despair. Please try to see the hope. Please, because that rainbow is there and the dove of peace is there too. And then know that our new beginnings are coming. New beginnings for us personally and new beginnings for us as a nation and a world. So I hope you enjoyed this mini reading. Kind of went a little longer than mini, but I hope you like this reading, and please be safe out there. Like I said, please reach out to me. I will leave my information in the comments below. If not, just know that, you know, I am praying for all of you and the world, and I see bright things coming. I do see the new beginning, and I do see the rainbow that is going to happen. And sooner than we all think, if we can all focus on that. If you believe thoughts create your reality, then think good thoughts, because that makes the next thought and the next thought and the next thought, right? And just remember, be safe out there, and you know, I will see you on Monday. Don't forget to self-isolate if you need to, if that's what's being encouraged, so that we can really stop the spread of this really horrible and dangerous virus. Even though it isn't bad in and of itself, the fact that we've never encountered it before causes our bodies to go into stress and de-stress. So let's try to help each other and be good to one another and be kind to one another. See you Monday.